Hello, my name is Will, and I'm a service engineer with PulmOne USA. Today, I'm going to be talking about DLCO gas. So, the things we're going to be going over in this video are pretty simple. Just how to turn off your gas, and how to change out your regulator when you get a new gas tank.
Alright, so to show you how to turn on and off your gas, as well as remove your regulator today, I'm going to be using a K-tank. And the reason I'm doing that is just because that's what we have in the shop. But the procedure is essentially the same if you have an E-tank. So first things first is turning off this main valve. To turn it off, turn it all the way as far as it'll go to the right or clockwise. Notice I'm tightening it all the way just so that we make sure it's definitely off. Next, we turn off the valve on the regulator. To turn off this one, you'll notice the decreasing arrow points to the left. We're going to turn it all the way to the left or counterclockwise. Now you may notice that both valves are turned off now, but the pressure in the regulator remains. That's because we haven't opened the system. If we push up on that black piece to release the clear tubing, you notice the pressure on the left drops to 0. Pressure on the right still remains pressurized because it's still closed. If I were to crack the valve in the middle open, the white valve, then you'll notice that the pressure will drop to 0. Make sure that the main tank is turned off, though. All right, so there you go. They're both turned to 0. If you were going to change out your regulator, you'd want to make sure that it's turned to 0 like this. And I'd go ahead and make sure that both of your valves are closed. So we'll just close up that white valve. All right, and now that both are closed, you could just use something like a 1/2-inch crescent wrench or an adjustable crescent wrench in order to unscrew that valve. Now you'll notice there's some markings on the gas regulator. There's a red mark on the right side. There's a green mark on the left side. These markings are to denote what the proper pressure is on the left side and where the reorder point should be on the right side. For the proper pressure, it is 65 to 70 psi if you don't have marks. And for the right side, it is anything under 500 psi is your reorder point. You may have noticed I just re-plugged in the tubing, and the tubing, just in order to reattach it, just pushes right back in there. Once the tubing's in there, we're good to turn the pressure back on. That means on the right side, turning it to the left or counterclockwise, and in the middle, turning it to the right or clockwise. You'll notice as I turn it that this pressure gauge on the left will start moving. That dial is just going to slowly creep up as we turn, and we want to dial that right into 65 to 70 psi or where that green mark should be on your regulator. Once we've done that, then we're good to go and do DLCO testing, DLCO calibration.
Now, if you were to ever want to take your regulator off, say you're switching tanks, like I said, make sure that the pressure is turned to 0. Then just use a crescent wrench that fits. It's 1/2 inch. And just loosen this connection here until this comes off. If you have an E-tank, it's going to be a little different. You're going to have this, and you can actually loosen it with your hands. You're just going to loosen it all the way until this is able to slip off. Make sure the gas tank is turned off first, especially with an E-tank, as it'll be really hard to close it back up if you haven't turned it off. Thanks for watching. That was our video on using your DLCO gas tank and regulator. If you have any questions, please call our customer service line at 1-844-PULM1, and we'll be happy to assist you.